Wallace and Bankhead Tunnels. All of us have probably driven through the Wallace and Bankhead Tunnels, not knowing the fascinating background behind them. I'm here to tell you about the interesting engineering and brainpower it took to build these tunnels. First, I will talk about the Wallace Tunnel, which opened in 1973. Time and cost. The time required to complete the tunnel is estimated to be in the range of 2.5 to 3 years. Construction began October 9, 1969. The cost to build the tunnel was approximately $50 million. Designed for only 50,000 cars. This 4-lane tunnel was designed for 50,000 cars a day, but it typically carries 80,000 vehicles between downtown Mobile and the Eastern Shore. Provision against leakage. Provision against leakage of water is by means of Birkin mastic under the bottom slab and a waterproofing membrane on the outside of the walls, protected by the thin pneumatically applied mortar reinforced with wire mesh. Ventilation. Ventilation of the tunnel is provided by means of a longitudinal ventilating system in which fresh air is automatically supplied from the east. Second is the Bankhead Tunnel, which was opened February 20th, 1941. Featured in movies. This tunnel was featured in 2 movies. The first movie was Close Encounters of the Third Kind by director Steven Spielberg in 1977. The second movie was Stone Cold in 1991. The tunnel was seen during a motorcycle chase scene. Allowed pedestrian access. The first day the tunnel was open, and the only time in history, bicycles and pedestrians were allowed to travel through the tunnel. Collected tolls. The tunnel collected tolls of 25 cents from 1941 through the mid-1970s. Cost to build. The cost to build the tunnel was $4 million. Designer. The tunnel was designed and directed by Wayne Palmer. Third, I will talk about their similarities. How they were built. The tunnels were built and constructed the same way. They are built in sections, inflated to their proper positions, then sunk. Each section was sunk next to the previous section and joined underwater. When all sections were connected and the concrete was set in place, they were pumped dry and finished out. Abandoned subway tunnels. Under both tunnels are a series of abandoned subway tunnels. Both tunnel names are honoring someone. The Wallace Tunnel is honoring Governor George Wallace, and the Bankhead Tunnel is honoring John Hollis Bankhead. Depth of clearance. The depth of both clearances are 40 feet for the ship canal over the tunnels. Length of tunnels. Both tunnels are 3,000 feet long or longer. The Bankhead is 3,389 feet long, and the Wallace Tunnel is 3,000 feet long. Next time you drive in one of these tunnels, you should think of the interesting engineering and brainpower it took to build these tunnels.